Hello, welcome to this video. I'm doing a new dual commentary video. Little match here, 2 games against another channel, a channel that guy has challenged me here, Triumphant1. I cannot pronounce that really. It's a bit tricky, that name. This is the channel of chess expert David Luscombe, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Probably I'm not doing that. He's got a YouTube channel as well. He's going to do commentary on these 2 games as well. I'll put the link in the video description and something to click on, so you can check out both comments. I'll say, okay, we're going to play a 3+2, 3-minute, 2-second increment. And he's pausing at this. Please note that the ratings here are not helping you a lot. It's not a 5-minute rating. It's the ICC Blitz rating. That means this is the system based on challenges, not the auto pairing, the pool system. That means it's entirely different rating pool, and therefore cannot be in any way compared to what you normally see. My rating is not really adequate, and his also. He's got a very decent 5-minute rating of 2115. So he also could be a normal opponent, let's say, in one of the regular Blitz games. So I played quickly this line in the Slav. Black is very solid, but he doesn't have as much of central control as white has. Knight e4. Okay, I probably have to centralize that rook. He probably is going to take there. If not, I'm probably going to force that soon with knight e5. Pretty typical would be to take on c3 and maybe go for bishop f3, but I have c4 then. The capture on c3 also gives me some additional ideas for developing the bishop to a3 or b2. Okay, I'm cancelling this pre-move. He's taking some time here. Okay, he played it after all. This is interesting. Now I cannot go c4. Have to move the queen again. Question is where? Maybe all the way back. On b1 it cannot be attacked that easily again. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Not sure about the knight position here. Yeah, here I have knight e5 or knight g5, attacking that knight and attacking c6, and I've got c4 possibilities. In fact, c4 is an interesting move here in this position already. Bishop c4, knight e5. It's kind of interesting. Let's play a simple way. c6 is hanging. Maybe he can sacrifice it. That's an interesting idea. Bishop c4. Okay. Okay, I didn't really have bishop d5 on the radar, but it's an interesting idea. E5, bishop d5 doesn't look very promising. So let's go back and maybe go for so attacking c3, bishop d2. Yeah, maybe this. knight e5 maybe. Tja, he might just take it. Yeah, he might just take it if I go knight e5. Kind of annoying. Okay, maybe I can irritate him a little bit with this. He's got many pieces on the queen side, so this kind of action is... oh, really? That I didn't expect. Okay, I'm taking here first. That's a useful weakening. Anyway.
Time warning.
Yeah. But okay, knight takes e5. Yeah, I'll take there. And now giving up the bishop looks... I don't know. That looks difficult for black. The dark squares here. Okay, if I go bishop f4 there... it's a bit on the slow side. NC3 is still kind of weak. Still feels right to be active here. Even though c3, as I said, is kind of weak. I can actually take and play bishop e5. Cover it with this. I'm not happy to have the rook on a1, but the bishop is really strong. Yeah. C takes b4. It's going to be rather annoying, to put it mildly. Okay, so he's giving up the rook there, even though it's not really very tricky. That's actually very tricky. Let's do a3. Maybe he can check me here from queen g5. It could be a problem. Nah, but c4 hangs, so it's not so easy. Queen d4 might be a good move here.
Check.
Okay. Okay, I think I have to stop b3, so I'm going here. That also threatens rook d1. Queen f2 is no mate. That's really important. Oops! Wow, I didn't see that one. I hope I'm not losing. I really didn't see queen h8. That is lucky. Okay, but I can take here now, right?
Check.
I have no time though.
Check. Check. Checkmate.
Whew, that was tough. That was tough, really. Okay, we're going to play a second game now. And after that, I'm going to do some analysis. Challenging for a rematch. It was a tough game. I really feel like I lost control there. It was certainly good at one point, but very tricky business. Okay, I've got the
game started.
Rematch challenged. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so maybe some King's Indian. Oh, that's not very exciting. The London system. Going for a solid double fianchetto setup. rook c1. Okay, so I'm trying for b5, bishop c6, queen b7, and b5. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, now b5 is going to take twice. So here, and now we can go b5, and probably should go b5. It feels solid for black, but maybe after b5 white can do something with his space. Yeah, bishop d5 now, or I take f3. Light squares do suffer. Okay, let's try this first. Maybe he trades himself on d5. Bishop d3 looks better. Okay, this is also good. So takes. Okay. I'm not so sure here. His b5 pawn also can be some kind of weakness in this position. So let's see. I expected queen takes. Okay. It's tricky business. Rook c4. Queen c4 is threatening on f7. And I don't really have such a great way to fight that. I don't want to take there and play d5. Give his bishop more scope. Really not. Take it, queen d5. There's also, I don't know if that nets much. Maybe I can do it. Queen takes, queen d5, queen c8 check, bishop f8. Don't see something terrible happening to me, even though it looks shaky somewhat. This move, I didn't think about this one. He doesn't threaten much here, right? Not really. If I go e5 maybe here, he cannot take, he has to move then. 30 something seconds. This is kind of tricky. Tricky with the time situation. The knight is hanging now. That was one idea here. Maybe you can just take d5 and play that endgame, but I think I might be able to win a pawn there. Maybe he has some tactical approach to that position that I'm not seeing here. Maybe just... yeah, that's not working. Huh. Don't see a really good solution. Okay, he just goes back. So now I can take here on e6, on e3, and go from here. I still cannot take this. Really annoying. So let's go there. Attack e3. Maybe bishop f8 next. Okay. Let's do this quickly. Don't really have lots of time. d5 would have been interesting, of course. d5, missed that. Yeah, but I still have d5 next. Captures on d6 don't help him a lot. I cannot really take ever on c6. This is not great. How to untangle this stuff? This is good. Now bishop c5. It's really just a pawn.
Check.
Okay. This is usually a draw.
Draw offered.
No, it's not such a draw. I mean, it's something that I can try and will try. f4 was a bit too early.
Check.
But nobody's going to give a draw here. That's not realistic. So let's see. The king to h4 maybe.
Check.
Okay, so maybe to f4.
Check. Check.
Knight e6 to f4 is the idea. Trying to get to the pawn there. There are mates, huh? Knight e6, knight f3 mate is a funny one. g5, probably not.
Check.
Knight to e. Oh, now I'm winning. Yeah, it's always tricky to defend.
White forfeits on time.
Yeah, it was tricky. I mean, this kind of endgame you can continue. This is also why increment chess has some advantages over the sudden death time control. You just don't take a draw here. You just play this out. It's just more chess, and white can prove that he can hold a draw or not. If it is an easy draw, you can hold it with 2-second increment. But as we see, there is still some ideas, some tricks there. Okay, let's have a look at the games and start with this one because we still have it here. yeah, it felt equal for a long time. So let's see what happens. So interesting. B4 takes queen b7. Yeah, here white felt better. Ah yeah, the engine already gives a good solution here. E4 is a good move, an interesting move. After b5, white has got d5, and this is kind of annoying. Something like this. That was a good opportunity, but he went here. Again, I felt that this also should be a little bit better for him, and it seemed to be the case. Knight g5 was interesting. Here, that move. Engine just wants to play d5, but I didn't want to give his bishop any scope. So I played here, and now he went queen c6, yeah. E5. So the engine doesn't like that move. Wants to take e4, queen d3, bishop e3, and white has a slight advantage. Yeah, that's his pieces are more active, so that's kind of understandable. But here the thing is swinging towards black's favor. Yeah, I could have gone d5 immediately here, and I saw that too late. I'm looking at this pawn there, so after something like that I can take and to maybe take on e3, but say it's not such a clear business. Knight e4 is good also. Attacks here. Yeah. Okay, d5. Yeah, queen e7 was a play it safe move. Knight d2 is strong according to the computer, probably threatening this one. Yeah, okay, but it was just play it safe, as I said. Takes, and now probably something better is possible. King f8. Yeah, you probably can win the pawn without conceding d5, so this is a better move.
Check.
Okay, well, here I think this was f4 was premature. I'm trading too much stuff there, I think.
Check.
G5 is given by the engine. I think this is a draw, but
check.
Yeah, not move the knight now. Ah yeah, here you can draw with knight f3.
Check.
This is, however, very difficult for a human to assess in this limited time. Yeah, okay, white can probably stay here in most cases and to make a draw. King g3.
Check.
And it kind of continues. Yeah, this loses. He has to stay somehow like this and basically do nothing. Of course, I can try various things, but objectively it's probably a draw. Okay, so let's have a look at the first game. Just a moment. Okay, I got the first game loaded. Let's see what we had here. That was the Slav. Yeah, got some tempi there on the queen. Okay, it's still kind of a normal looking position. Now the capture, bishop e6. Yeah, so I didn't really believe that this is good due to knight g5, but what I overlooked is that after this, this isn't that great actually. Ah yeah, engine gives bishop a3 in this position. That's an interesting choice. Queen a5, yeah. Okay, I wanted to go for that knight e5 idea. I think we're talking about a pretty normal, equal kind of position here. Went to h5. And now he played the move e5. And this is something I did not expect at all, but is given by Stockfish with 0.5 only. Okay, I took. The engine wants to play h6. That's interesting idea actually. I just wanted to have his king position weakened a little bit with the pawn trade on g6. But with h6, of course, we have this kind of pawn that can be useful with queen g7 mate. Yeah, that's very good probably. Okay, I didn't get that. Took here, and now we had this interesting position. Yeah, and this kind of position is really difficult to evaluate and to play, because on the one hand, Black's king position is tricky. He's got no dark squared bishop anymore, and my bishop, as we saw, got active, but my queen side is also in very bad shape. I just tried here, had to go for some kind of decision, and now bishop e5. So very interesting now. The engine wants to play rook e8 now, bishop to f6, and rook e6. Very interesting. Bishop d4, there's c5, and now e5 is the computer line. Queen c3, rook d1. For a nice little checkmate idea. Bishop d5. Now engine gives queen e2, knight b6, and this is
check.
A drawing line that the engine gives. Is that very forced? I don't know. Let's say black continues, then I've got this one. Yeah, this is the thing that it makes it so difficult. It's a very double-edged position. I have those mating ideas there. His king is bad, but he's got a pawn, and he's got decently coordinated pieces. I mean, this is kind of good. Yeah, D file is blocked. They are centralized. The computer says equal. Yeah, it's very difficult to assess for a human player, but engine can calculate this to a clear conclusion. Okay, make sure also to watch David's commentary on that. It's always enjoyable to compare both videos. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.